make body contact. That's the way you play good defense out on the perimeter. We see a lot of players now who challenge with their right hand. You challenging a right hand shooter with your right hand on defense. Consequently, your body's going to always fly into that guy. Wiggins challenges with his left hand and is capable of flying by. Good challenge by Wiggins.
Great challenge, and that leads to a Golden State Warriors victory. Now they've won 8 of their last 11, still in 10th in the Western Conference. We got to talk about Steph. 37 in this one. That is his 30th game scoring 30 or more. Smitty, in the month of April, guess who has made the most three-pointers?
I guess his name is Stpeh Curry.
I mean, I'm just going to lay it out there for you. He's made 83 threes in the month of April, and they still have 2 more games left to play. How impressed are you?
Well, I'm impressed because that's a lot of threes, but I'm more impressed of 2 things. His percentage, but then also the degree of difficulty in where he's shooting them from and how he's shooting them. I mean, he went 2 for 1 for about 36 feet. I mean, he's making left hand, foul, threes, backdoor. He's doing it all. I mean, it's been fun to watch this run. It's
been a very entertaining month watching Steph. Zeke, when you see him, what can't Steph Curry do at this point? He seems to be breaking records left and right. I mean, come on, what else is there left for Steph to do?
You know, I just think, enjoy watching him play. Again, I've said this before, he's totally stretched the imagination of shooting range from the boundaries and the places that he shoots from. Consequently, he sparked the imagination of all little kids, even NBA players now, shooting from that distance and that range. And Smitty, more importantly, he's changed the way coaches coach the game now because they allow players to shoot from that distance and that range. And more importantly, they allow players to miss from that range, and it's acceptable.
It has become acceptable, hey, but you got to get your weight up. Steph ain't just going out just throwing anything up. It's a lot of work that goes into making those type of shots.
Yeah, that is hours and hours and hours of constantly living in the gym. I mean, you got to work on your body. You got to work on your range. You got to work on your legs. So I just want to say to the young guys out there, everybody can't shoot that unless you put in that type of work. And it's okay to be able to shoot threes right at the line. There's not going to be a lot of Steph Currys shooting it way back. Same 3 points count. If you right on the line or you way back.
Yeah.
But I am loving watching Steph shoot this basketball with that distance and being that accurate.
Indeed. There's always one exception to the rule. Go ahead, Zeke.
I was going to say I was fortunate tonight. I got a chance to see Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving play. So, Smitty, this is a good night for me.
Great night.
I get to see 2 of my favorite guards play basketball.
And then I throw in Ja Morant, too.
Ooh, hey. Ooh, I just call him the winner.
You know what
he's
I want,
the winner
Isaiah?
To come because he's going to win a championship.
At the All-Star game, one-on-one competition.
Hey, NBA fans, what's good? You are now rocking with the best. Ro Parrish here, Studio B. It is Game Time presented by Kia, here to engage, enlighten, entertain. Champion and All-Star Steve Smith, who we call Smitty. And let's go ahead and bring in the 2-time champion and Hall of Famer Isiah Thomas. I call him Zeke. 2 of the best teams in the association, one from the East, one from the West, battling it out in Brooklyn. Let's go ahead and roll those highlights. The Nets and the Suns. An Oscar winner, that he is, Kevin Durant. He's back after missing 3 games. But early on, he's an MVP contender, according to Zeke.
Oh, most definitely an MVP contender. Kevin Durant won an Oscar tonight, and he brought his co-star Kyrie Irving to the arena. And Kyrie was putting on the show tonight.
Kyrie scored 14 of the Nets' first 18, but the Suns definitely balling. Cameron Johnson on the cut, that's in there. That's the reason why they are second in the West. But, hey, the management of KD, Smitty, your thoughts?
Well, whatever minutes he plays, he usually gets that many points. 20 minutes, 20 points. He's that good, as you can see, off the glass, threes, at the rim. It's good to see him back.
Notoriously doing it, B.I.G. coming off the bench with 33, but then there's Kyrie, one of the livest ones, dropping it from 3. He had 5, but Chris Paul finds DeAndre Ayton, who had 20 and 13. But they go at Chris Paul on the defensive end, the torture chamber, Zeke. That's what happened.
When you talk about B.I.G., you have to say, I love it when you call me Big Pop. But that's what Kyrie and Durant was giving them to him tonight.
Indeed, Big Papa. Booker trying to be the showstopper. He had 36, 25 of those in the second half. But, hey, anytime he's ready to shoot, he pulls it, Smitty.
Yeah, hand in the face, good defense. But his game is like, so what? So what you there? And also Kyrie, so what you playing good defense?
Doesn't matter. Kyrie is 15th 30-point game of the season. There's Blake who had 18. Blake definitely feeling good, feeling bouncy. But then defensively, don't sleep on KD, Smitty.
No, not at all. Great length, being able to time that shot, block shots. He is pretty good on the defensive end as well.
Don't ever forget, he's one of the best rim protectors. We've seen him do it in the playoffs of Golden State. We'll see what happens in the postseason this year. The Brooklyn Nets, they've won 3 or 4. They are now a game and a half over the Sixers. And after the game, we hear from the one and only Easy Money Sniper.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike. You know, you get your footing right, and you just get your rhythm going. And I think my teammates did a great job of looking for me all game. And I just wanted to, resort back to that work that I put in, just the shots that I take in practice and shoot around, try to get to those as much as possible to gain my rhythm. And I started to get a little bit more creative as the game, started to progress. So it was a good start. Hopefully I build on this game and keep going.
KD's so offensively efficient. His 30-point, the 11th time he scored 30 or more this season, coming back like he's never left. Smitty, you were awfully impressed by his game.
For sure. I mean, a lot of people, you just can't come back and be that efficient. But he's that good. And I like the way he said in that interview. I just try to get to my spots the same way I like to practice. And for me, a lot of times it looked like he's practicing. There's nobody's been able to contest. Mikal Bridges is long, couldn't get to it. And then you get a chance to see him right here. Passing the basketball, that's another weapon as you get a chance to see Kevin Durant steady, matures. And then him, Kyrie, said, your turn, now your turn. You got Chris Paul, quick step, rip through, little grab, dunk. And even if somebody came over there, I love the little grab right quick and then dunk it. He's 7-footer with ball handling ability. Then you see Kevin Durant right here. This is what I love. Come off the screen, doesn't leave a lot of space. That's good defense. But look at the shot. Look at the elevation. I don't know how you stop him. I just don't know how you stop him.
I don't think a lot of teams don't know. They still haven't figured it out. Zeke, you wore number 11. Kyrie wears number 11. He balls kind of like you, not as good. Or is he as good as you?
Hey, man, he can handle the basketball. And we haven't seen anybody with his kind of handle, his kind of juke, his kind of move. I had a different style in handling, and he's got his own style in handling the basketball. I mean, his moves around the basket, his shot selection has drastically improved. When we talk about, MVP candidates, the Nets have been fighting for that number 1 seed all year long with injuries, some of their top players being out. But every time Kyrie steps on the floor, he's been the most consistent and best player, along with Harden and Durant, because they've all been in discussion for the MVP at some point in time in the season. And I just think we haven't given Kyrie his due. I know he had some issues with the media early on, but don't let, I guess they used to say, don't hate, appreciate. Let's give Kyrie his due this year.
That's the best way to sum it up right there. The Brooklyn Nets, only 7 games. That's how many the big three have played together. Can't wait to see once they come to full strength. This team right here, the Bucks and the Hawks, 2 of the top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference. Trae Young out. Hawks 4-2 without him so far this season. And the Greek Freak, that is a 3. Oh, and he's coming in hot like Lecrae, 31-14, Zeke.
Hey, if he's shooting that 3 with confidence, we'll look at him like we look at Kevin Durant. I don't know what you can do with him.
Hey, I don't know what you can do with BB, because like 2 Chainz, when you see him, you better double up. Bogdanovich had himself a ball game. You'll see more of him momentarily. I would not lie to you. But then there's Drew, scorer and facilitator, Smitty, 19 and 11.
I like watching him play. He gives it to you on both ends. As you can see, I love this right here. Step through, nice pass, drop it off to Giannis. Drew Holiday knows how to play the game of basketball.
No question, he does. And then there's John Collins. Your naive confidence gets stopped by my dominance. The P&R, number 20, stepping in, filling that offensive void that is missing with Trae Young out. And then more of Bogdanovich. Raindrops, teardrops. And then Red Velvet, who had 20 and 29 minutes. Hey, Zeke, offensively, you can't stop these Hawks on Sunday.
No, you can't. And they're playing good basketball. Not only are they playing good basketball offensively, but this was a great defensive effort they had tonight also, holding the Bucks under 100 points.
something that you don't see often. These Bucks can score with the best of them, but again, Smitty, these Hawks, here's red velvet.
He's downhill, or he's shooting the three, and then there he is. Sweet Luke getting it over to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich had himself a game.
Hey, he was cold-blooded like Rick James. And in the fourth quarter, his game is magic in the city of Atlanta. Lemon Pepper Lou, 15 points all in the fourth quarter, Zeke.
Yeah, he going left right here, and he going to pull up and say, give me some chicken wings.
And the crowd goes wild as if Holyfield just won the fight. ATL, victorious at home over the Bucks. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. After the game, our own Greg Anthony with Bogdanovich.
32 points, no Trae Young last couple nights, but you guys continue to compete defensively, move the ball, and, man, you shot the lights out from 3 in that fourth quarter.
I wish I scored the one I was open, one from deep, but, can't complain. It was a good game, and, next man mentality. I was hurt for a while, and I see my team, playing through injuries and trying to stay, locked in and trying to fight for the playoffs. Now we are in a good spot, but nothing is over yet. This is just one win. Next one is tomorrow, back-to-back for us, and another game.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about how it's been different with Nate McMillan at the helm now. Obviously, it's never easy when a coach gets fired, because that is a reflection, obviously, on the players. But what has he done differently that you feel like has allowed this team to kind of take off?
As Nate mentioned before and earlier, this is a league, this is the business, and sometimes, some jobs are getting hits, and, fortunately it was Lloyd, but, you got to move on. You got to move on and look forward, I'm sure he's going to get another opportunity, and it's a good situation for us right now. It's not just because of that, but some of the moves, that the franchise, the team, the Atlanta Hawks made, for sure, make you more locked in and give kind of reaction of the players.
From the East, we go to the West. Stpeh Curry and the Warriors, they've won 7 of the last 10. That's the NBA's leading scorer.
No, he didn't.
Smitty, what do you do with it?
Oh my God! Look at this! Look at the rain!
There's nothing.
Oh!
Listen. We're just out here trying to function, and Steph out here clowning. Hey, Zeke, there's a reason why he's one of your favorite players to watch.
I'm just saying, on a night like tonight, I get to watch Kyrie Irving and Stpeh Curry do their thing. Hey, it's a great night for me. I'm going to finish this with some Sherlon champagne and probably throw some popcorn with it, too.
Hey, smart move. Send me one of them bottles, please, and thank you. More Steph dancing on top of chariots and turning tight ones, getting to the basket with miss there, but the cleanup, Draymond. Late in the game, Stpeh Curry. Now, pay attention. The last time he missed 3 free throws in a regular season game, that was December 29th, 2018. You don't see that often for Steph. Last chance, this last possession. Smitty, your thoughts?
Not a bad shot, but Andrew Wiggins, give him a lot of credit. Way to contest without fouling with that left hand. And the Warriors win again.
Warriors get the dub. Stpeh Curry has made 83 threes in the month of April. That is an NBA record. He still has 2 more games to go. This is ridiculous. Steph is just on fire. Big balling with his homies. Got more ball coming. Ja Morant repping from Memphis, making moves like Timberlake. Everything in sync. 30 points per game in his last 3. And then Scary Terry in the Queen City, rocking that 3, showing the elevation, playing against his old squad. What happened? We show you how it goes down next on Game Time.